Hello guys!
Hello. Welcome back to another live stream.
Live stream, yes?
Build live stream.
I know you missed James.
Hey, miss you guys too.
James hasn't been live streaming with us for I think 2 weeks now.
Yeah, and I'd like to say I apologize for that, but I'm back. I've been just preparing some special things for you guys also, so stay tuned.
Yes.
I'm not gonna announce or tease about it, but you'll love that too.
We do have a lot of exciting things going
Yeah,
on
on
right
top
now.
of the new website coming up,
Yes.
but please bear with us. It's still on like migration stage right now. Please give us a few more hours or at least a day or two. Then it will be online. Then I think you guys will announce it too, right?
Yes, we'll make a video and an announcement, and we'll talk more about the features. And yeah, right now, later on, we'll also like walk through like what they can expect
Yeah.
on the new website.
Yes.
Once it goes live.
And that's the thing. We'll be covering a lot more on what's up and what's coming more
Yes.
on like events and stuff for Otaku ME. So I'm just gonna do some light how to say it?
Light
Workshop tutorial on
Yes.
how to like improve your kit. And again, we'll continue on the build stages of our Zaku build.
Right now we have 14 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for
Wow, that's
joining
fast.
us.
So who are these guys?
I can't know. I can't see like who's actually viewing. But guys, if you're watching right now, please do comment something so we know that you're watching with us, so we can go ahead and say hi to you.
Say hi. Yeah.
If you have any questions, suggestions, if there's something wrong with the audio or the video on your end, please let us know before we go ahead and start with the workshop,
Mickey.
so we can fix everything before we move on. Emil is saying, what's your new site? Emil, it's still otakumi.com, but like James said, right now it's still undergoing maintenance, so you will have to wait like maybe like a couple
day or
more
two,
days,
yeah.
a day or two,
Yeah.
until it goes live, but it will still be otakumi.com. Omel is saying hi. Hi Omel.
Hi, Amel.
It's weird that you're not here.
Yeah, you're usually our support for tools.
Muhammad Ali. Hi Muhammad Ali. Booze Ray Ramos. Hello.
Hello. So
And yeah, so guys, thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, we're here. We're live at our building station here at the main store of Otaku ME. If you've never been here, we're located at the Al Safa 2 area. The nearest landmark is the Nurbank Metro Station, and we are on the ground floor of the Sunrise building.
yep.
And if you're watching right now, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook.
So we can
As
like
well,
do more
yeah.
streams, save our like tutorials so you can
Mhm.
go back to them,
Yes.
learn from us. And if you have some tips, we are like how to say it? More than happy to like
Oblige
Oblige or learn
discuss.
from you too.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, so just for those watching right now and you're trying to access the website and you see that nothing is coming out, I'll just like to give everyone a refresher.
Good.
Since yesterday we have been on maintenance mode on our website because we are migrating towards our new and improved website. So we still need maybe a day or two more into order to finalize everything. So what we can assure you is once once we relaunch the website, it will be the new version 2.0 of the otakumi.com website. And with the new website are a lot of other cool features that we have implemented. So there will be the reward points, the collector cards, worldwide shipment.
yeah. I like the loyalty points.
The loyalty
the
point.
reward points.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be using that a
Yes,
lot.
I'll be using that a lot because a lot of you guys have been asking for it, and finally it will be here once the website relaunches. So yeah,
It's a good time to invest on your tools, guys.
yes,
You know?
exactly, exactly.
Tools.
And what else? We'll have like the image gallery where you can upload your builds
Yeah.
on our websites for it to be featured and for other customers or viewers to actually see what you're doing. And yeah, so a lot of exciting things that will be happening here in Otaku and me, and we are also very excited. So please, we ask for your patience and to
Yep.
continue to just support us as we go ahead and like count down towards this new website coming
Join
up.
us on that countdown, you know.
Yes.
And on the first like online hour,
Mhm.
click, click, click.
Yes, do your orders, and who knows, we might be
Doing something
depends
special.
on like how much support we get for the new website. We might just like go
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
with this,
yes.
right? Yeah, who knows?
And we are crazy bunch. So
Yeah, and we
we do,
like going crazy.
we do some freestyle bunch of stuff like giveaways.
Mm. Yeah, so Emilia, it's the website is still closed, so yeah, please bear with us. We will be announcing once we're ready to relaunch the new website. So Vester is watching, Mickey is watching. Yeah, right, Mickey.
Mickey is
Whatever,
right here.
Mickey. He's like here in front of us. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. So yeah, we'll go ahead and jump right through the
The
workshop.
workshop. So,
So yep.
I can
Yeah, go ahead.
For-
James. Yeah.
for the workshop today, we're just focusing on plastic reshaping and trimming. So basic tools is just simple. It's just your files, bunch of files. For this workshop, I don't even need like multiple shapes. Basically, with the starter sets of files, you'll have the needle file, flat. You'll have like an oval and a flat side. I'll be only using actually flat file, the standard one. You can get this on the Tamiya, our Otaku ME basic toolset
Mm-hmm.
that we have, and it has this one. So I'll keep using this, and I'd love you guys to try this one too. It's the Tamiya hard coated file. It's been with me longer than I can remember too. So until now, you can see it's still really good.
It's still shiny though.
Yeah,
It's like you've not used it much.
yeah, but this is my go-to file, and my favorite actually is the Nazca. Nazca, I call it B file. So
Mhm.
that
Nazca brand is made by Naoki-san, right?
Naoki-san.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
it's actually really good. But this file I put a lot of oil so to maintain it can actually start rusting there, but that's good. So now it's just files. You remember this one? I think I mentioned
Alright,
this
I think in our first
the,
workshop.
the
we
first
did,
workshop and the God hand file. This I'll use on reshaping and trimming. So when I say plastic reshaping and trimming, what you see, for example, this is our base model, right? No changes, that's out of the box. And I've been adding layers and layers of detailing on this. As you followed us, if you didn't
Mhm.
follow the first three
Workshops.
workshops, we started off with scribing, and the second one was detailing.
Detailing. Yeah.
Detailing using minus molds and upgrade parts, if you remember. See, now my Zaku one
It's starting to get to show its.
yeah, have like shoulder cannon already. So Zaku cannon, but I'm gonna probably make it two.
Two
But-
cannons.
yeah. Yes. Today it's plastic reshaping. If you can see the base model is all round. Some are hard edges. I'll try to create more hard edge on this. So in the initial stages of the reshaping, it's just gonna be like cuts, trims, sand. And this one also will coincide with Mickey's tutorial on seam line treatment.
Yes.
So when you're doing seam line treatment like the one we did, and if you followed Mickey on his tutorial on seam line treatments, when you start sanding your kits, right, you probably round off edges.
Mm.
For example, that
interesting.
hard edge, those hard edge, you'll round it off when you start um, sanding. So part of this workshop will also teach you on how to um, bring it back to that clean chamfer or clean straight edge. I'll
Mhm.
try as much as I can to cover that too. And on this, just stay tuned until the end. We'll also discuss the competition. But
Yeah, we do have an ongoing competition, and James actually has his own build already. So we will be having a discussion on that. So just to inspire you guys and give you an idea on what the competition is about and how to like go about it. I
yeah.
just like to point out that the tools that you're using right now is
Mhm.
actually a mixture of the tools that we use on our past workshops.
Yes.
Mhm.
That is very important,
Mhm.
actually, Paolo. And I thank you for that. Because when I say tools, I don't buy tools to just use it for one specific work or type
Yes,
of
project
modifications on
exactly.
kits.
Mhm.
Your tools, once you invest, it's very important that you maximize its use. It's not files are not only for sanding, modification. I also use them for sculpting. You know those patterns or grids there.
Mhm.
That's a good pattern for like texture on jeans and stuff
Yeah, to
like
create
that.
scales
Yes,
maybe,
yes,
or depends on
especially
what
on
you're trying to.
true.
Yeah.
I drawn an epoxy type putty here to like create those grooves, and I've known guys that really maximize even combs. So that's win.
Oh.
So comb they'll just do that. But again, let's go back.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see, I'd start off with that. You guys see this? On that area, I already put a flat plate, right?
Mm.
I think I can zoom this one, Mickey, right?
Guys, please interact with us. Huh? If you have any questions, clarifications,
There you go.
let us know in the comments.
So you notice here, I created a notch here. The original one is just a normal armor going earth, right? You can see this is the original plastic. What I did on this is I actually trimmed the armor to have like a notch here going that way.
Hmm.
So I actually put a detail already so I can add more layers of flat plates. This one, stay tuned on this. We'll also teach you on how to do that.
What kind of flat plate is that? Is
I
there's like a
use
specific width?
I use the evergreen flat plate.
Mm-hmm.
That we also have like strips.
Oh.
So you have that already and it has that groove.
Yeah, you
That
just
is
cut,
re-
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I just cut that off like to create details.
Okay.
To add layers, I keep saying layers. The more layers that you increase detailing on your flat surfaces, that's really good. But be careful not to overdo it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We keep saying that. So here, I started filing off that one. Is the image sharp enough, guys? Is it okay?
Yeah, I think
Good?
it
All
is.
good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I just did this with a standard file. So, I'm gonna use that. Sorry for my voice. So that. Sometimes I do one direction only. So it's cleaner, right? You can see that, Paul, now?
Yes.
See how it created that cavity already?
And yet the way you use the file,
Yeah.
you just like want
Yeah, I support it actually.
gentle strokes.
Yes. I don't, again, let's repeat the common one.
Mm.
Let the tools work for you. Don't
Yes.
force it.
Especially files. Like if
Yes.
you over file or over sand, it's just gonna ruin and eat up a lot of the
Yeah.
part.
Your detail or your plastic kit is gone. Bye bye.
Mhm.
So see, I have that small
It's
notch.
deeper now. Yeah.
Yeah. some builders may say, why are you still adding layer or this work wherein it's perfectly balanced or there.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it? That's good, right?
Yeah, it's very clear. Yeah.
So once I add, see, that was actually this. From there, I see things, for example, that's a flat area, or even if it's hidden, if you add another depth of layer, actually it's still gonna make a difference. Once you paint it on the side, you'll see? You'll see something there, and if I add a little touch of another color,
Mm-hmm.
it will add
Yeah.
layer on it, layer of detail. So that I love doing a lot.
It's such a subtle thing,
Yes.
but once it's there and you see the difference in color, it creates a good, like, amazing effect.
The main key on this workshop is how subtle a trim, how subtle a
Yes.
filed plastic armor can go a long way. So now I use this just to show you how I did this. You can practice on like 0.3 or 0.2 plat plates to create your layers too. So I just cut off this one.
By the way, if they don't have access to plat plates,
Mhm.
like the ones that you sell specifically for that,
Mhm.
what like ordinary things at home can you use as a substitute for plat plate? Have you ever tried that before?
But yeah, Mickey pointed out like the breadlocks. A lot of people usually use that, but that's too thick for this kind of detailing.
Mm-hmm.
The next one,
Dreadlocks, the one that they use for.
yeah, the second one would be, you know, phone cards.
Yeah,
Ah,
the
man,
old
tho-
phone cards.
even
Yeah.
the latest one, those phone cards or the SIM card cards. When you buy SIM cards,
You just
you
need
take
like
out-
a tiny part of
Yeah,
it, and then
you
the
cut
rest you
that.
throw out. Yeah.
Man, to be honest, it's one of the most perfect scratch building plastic out there, and I've seen guys doing that. Ethan Abenir,
Mm-hmm.
GBWC champion, also
Mm-hmm.
good in using that, and a lot of masters also use it. When I started out without flat plates, man, phone cards.
Phone cards.
Oh.
Oh.
So that's an
It's amazing,
alternative.
yeah.
But if you have access to flat plates like Evergreen or Tamiya, flexibility
Yes.
also matters. That's
Yes.
why it, how to say, there's no replacement for it, especially Evergreen. Even if you store it for years, it's still flex that way. And I know Edinang,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he loves Evergreen because on how he can manipulate flat plates.
The flat plate. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Flexibility. Very
Flexibility
important.
matters. So let's go back on this little thing. So I'll just eyeball that. Then go back, check. Always double check. Let's start the glue. I think I'm used to this kind of workshop right now. I think I'm moving fast.
Yeah.
So better. So more things to cover.
Anyway, if you guys miss anything, you can rewatch this a million times. It will be on our Facebook and YouTube channel.
And it helps if you subscribe, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
subscribe to our
hit
YouTube
that
channel.
notification bell, subscribe, hit that notification bell, so every
Yeah.
time there's a new video out there, you'll get notified. So there, same as last tutorial, my last tutorial, every time do your cleanups, guys.
Until it's second nature.
Yeah. Oh, see? Didn't glue. I'd run one more pass of cement. Then compare it with the other one. So that can actually, in mechanical terms, I can turn it into locks, hatch, or I can make a vent out of this, like a small vent here, but it's off. If I put a vent there, what for, right? So you have to think of purposes too.
Yes.
So yeah, I love that. So let's see how it looks.
Shelly saying hello. Hi, Shelly.
Hello, Shelly. Every time you mention Shelly's name, it's like a song. Shelly.
Pearly Shelly.
Oh,
Pearly Shelly.
yeah. There you
Sorry,
go.
sorry.
Sorry, Shelly.
Going back.
Going back. Old people. Yay. There. Now, a small detail can go a long way, see? That's the modified one.
Especially when you start painting.
Compared to that,
Amazing.
I just pick areas because you see, all this are all details already. If I create more of that, it will be too busy on this area too. So I pick out this front. You're facing this area. Then I pick out one that I can highlight actually. Then I'll move on to the feet to do detailing. I'd probably put grips on that so you can see it when it's front facing. A grip,
Yes.
a toe pick for guys that are into ice skating. A toe pick, you know that, like a grip. So, how is it, pa? You like it?
Yeah, especially I can't wait for it to be painted.
Long way to go.
Yeah, because once it gets painted,
Yeah,
that,
you'll
it
see
will really
all the-
pop out. Yeah.
You'll see all the hard work that you did. The layers that you accumulated during all the workshops. Just a question, guys. Who's building along with us?
Yeah.
Like one
I hope
build
you guys
until
have
we
your
complete-
kits. It's
Yeah.
it's Friday. I believe most of you have
Off
are
day.
just at home. Yeah, it's your off. I hope you guys are building along.
Can I?
Mickey, stay there. So there. So one more thing. Remember when I said this workshop can also coincide with Mickey when you're doing your prep works. For example, yeah, I'll do a sample like this one. I'm sanding this area, right? That's sand. Then you will sand also here, this side, and that side. Most of you not comfortable using sanding sticks.
Yeah.
So they'll use fingers and their sandpapers, right? And this one has that sink marks. Guys, that's what I call sink marks. So when you're sanding, that's important. Take that out, make this flush. So when you paint it, that's one smooth plane. See?
What do you call it? Sink mark.
Sink marks. Because when you're painting, Paolo, if you don't sand that one, and this one has, I have a sketch paper here. Sink marks look like this. So that's your plane. But during molding process, it actually casted that way. So it's not really
It's not flat. Yeah.
So when you paint, you'll accumulate your paint going like that. And when the light reflects on it, that looks off.
Yeah. There's be like bright and dark.
Yes, it will
Places in
show,
there,
especially
yeah.
for gloss works or the works that you do with cars, gloss finishes. You'll see those sink marks in. So again, I'm going back with Mickey. So there. Sand, and most of the time, a lot of us, even me, I round off that edge. Right? Correct, Mickey? Yeah, he nods. So when you're rounding that edge off, when you paint, or even not, if you're not painting just straight build, you can see that your edges are rounded already. And it's not sharp, there's no chamfer, you took out the chamfer already. And one way to recover that is through plastic reshaping or champering or trimming or file. So my technique, and it's been the technique of most modelers already, and it's not a secret, is your marker. Ordinary marker.
By the way, watching this tutorial, you'll also learn all the inside words, the jargons,
yeah.
the terms that like modelers use.
How many jargons?
Champering. Like there are some things I just heard today, so yeah, I'm learning as well. I'll take notes.
A chamfer, just to, okay, this is your edge, right? For example, that's your section. Okay, a chamfer is the one that you create as an angle, so it will look that way. That's the chamfer. And if you've been following most Japanese modeler, every sharp corners they have chamfers, or they really love that hard 90-degree edge, or if they have that angle that is supposed to cut you in half. That's the intention, right? So when you paint and when light reflects on it, it's straight.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
So let's go back again. I'll go back on that. So to recover my chamfer or my edge, I mark that down to surface 1. This is the surface. I created one there, and I do another one here. Yeah, so I actually painted that with a marker, right? I want to do a chamfer. I want to recover my edge, like straight edge, because it's rounded already. It looks like that. So I want to recover that sharpness, or I want to make a chamfer. So if you want to like create a hard edge, keep filing that until it's straight. But now I want to show you how do you chamfer in ways, 2 ways. So one is by scraping with an exacto. Your exacto knife needs to be sharp, correct? So 1. Go.
And that's just the normal,
Exacto
the
knife.
regular exacto
Yeah.
knife.
So I'd scrape that, going back and forth until I do my chamfer. Remember that when you're doing this, it needs to be on the same angle. So you see that line showing already? That's a straight, and you can see the marker that you use is where your guide is a guide to see how deep or how big the width you're going with already. Instead of this, our favorite right now, favorite tool is ceramic knife, of course. So Mickey, I think, used already.
Ceramic knife is really designed for this
Yeah.
job, right?
I love using this one for chamfer. There's 2 edge, a rounded one. This is good for taking out seam lines or mold lines. And when I'm doing chamfer works, I use the straight ones. So thanks, Mickey, for this one. I forgot my
Ceramic blade.
ceramic blade, so I'll go work on this. Show you. See?
By the way, I just saw you touch the edge of the ceramic blade. It's not very sharp.
It's not sharp. Fine.
I see.
Just be
I
careful.
see.
Don't you'll still stab yourself with it.
That's good. No. Shelly's belated happy birthday from Shelly.
Hey, thank you, Shelly. Man, it's gonna be a long 1 week celebration for me.
And Ali saying that he's loving these tutorials. Thank you, Ali. Hope you learn a lot from us.
Hey, I hope you build. You can see, guys. When I'm scraping, I'm reducing the line of the marker, right? But I'm using the marker guide as my guide. I can see how thick my line is already. Then voila, I have a perfect chamfer already. Straight straight, 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 and it's a clean angle. So now, if I'm going to double check it with sanding, I'll take out the other side.
For those very tiny details, you're able to see them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, other people use like magnifying.
That's the best way
Yeah.
if you have like a problem with if you're not
Eyesight.
20/20 vision.
Yes,
Like
yes.
us.
I'm not. We're all wearing glasses
Yes.
here. Yeah.
Then you need a magnifying glass, and there are workstation worktables
With
that
with
you,
magnifying,
and
it
a
helps,
lot
right?
already Tamiya Wave or
Mhm.
even the normal once you get from hardware that can help.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can see those guys. So that's a
Yes.
clean chamfer. So if you want to do touch up, you can still rework that if you want to.
But again, do not overdo,
Overdo.
it, or else it won't be
General
in scale,
rule.
right?
Yeah, do not overdo. So now I have a good chamfer on the side. Ta-da! I feel like a makeup artist doing this, you know? The usual
Hand model.
hand model. Okay, so that's one reshaping. Reshaping means you're using just files. Then to add another one on that, you see that is a chamfer. That's one straight line. I'll do something here. For example, let me get that sketch again. So now it's all visual, so it helps me describe better when I'm sketching in front of you. Okay. So, for example, this is, oops, that's a brush pen. I'm not gonna do a sketch. Sorry.
Someone's also greeting you happy birthday, Mr. Nathaniel Barrera.
Oh, happy birthday. Thank you, Master Nat. So, for example, that's my shield, right? The one that we're doing now. I'm gonna do it in 3D. Yay! The architect in me. Ooh.
Where's the chamfer?
Where's the chamfer? So now we chamfered this location.
Yes.
So it looks
Really
like
good.
jig. So that's taken out, right? I've done one. That's one. So I'm gonna do a second one here. It's not a chamfer, but I'll do a chamfer mid here. You know, I'm gonna do that, and that will look a cut here, right? So I'm gonna file that, then it will look, my side will look like this. So when I do this, I actually have like a layer already of detail instead of like a flat surface. Then I'll use that as mount. I'll put another detail here. I can do bunch of things here. Even you can do
attach things to
attach
it.
things, or you can add triple layers of flat plate and create hatch lights.
A hatch, even
A
like
hat-
an opening
Oh,
hatch.
yeah. You can actually put a vent now here. If it makes sense, it can. Like a long vent.
Using the upgrade or detail parts that we talked about last time. Yeah.
You okay, Mickey? There you go. So let's see the difference on this two. I take out that original one. So it's just files. It's just filing work today, guys. Don't just stick to us. You'll learn.
But it's very very important skill because it's a
It is.
big part of like customizing. And that's
So
what we're trying to.
That's the upgrade. I even prepared already the mount, but I took it out because I don't want to glue it because of painting. So after I paint, then I'll just stick it there. If you remember the last workshop, right? Our detail is already here. So that's the original. This is the one that we're modding. So I'm going to create a detail here using just file. And I hope I can get this correct on the...
You already have like a color concept.
Here,
For this, yeah. For
I'm
this
gonna
option?
go full grays,
Full,
gray color theme. Like,
So you're gonna make it like militaristic,
yeah,
realistic colors.
gray urban camo probably,
Mm-hmm.
or
Can't wait for that.
just the best dividing the colors into just will be dark gray, lighter gray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're pressuring me on
No.
painting stages. Okay, so that's a file. I'm just eyeballing it if that's the thickness that I want. I'd probably go.
Yeah, I want to see you do it, and I have a question for that. The eyeballing part.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I'm hesitant.
Yeah, most of
Mm-hmm.
us eyeball it because you're used to it already, so you can eyeball how
Mm-hmm.
many millimeters will have I have to like file from the edge.
But if I want to be exact,
But if you want to be exact, again, use a T-square, a ruler.
okay, get
Measurements
it.
help.
Yes.
If you go back to my tutorials,
Mm-hmm.
on the last three,
Mm-hmm.
I keep mentioning if you want to be exact, measure.
Measure.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think Mr.
definitely.
Kai has asked the question before
Yes.
on how to like be exact. The only way to do that is to measure.
To measure. Yeah.
So now, even now that Paulo mentioned it, you can actually like use this one as guide.
Yes.
Mark other side.
Yeah, if you don't want to go ahead and like
Yeah,
do
and
all the
mark your
measuring.
start
Yeah.
point. But for me, I'd go and say,
Yeah.
let's do it. Yeah. So boop.
There you go. Man.
So my on the initial pass, I'm really careful on not because a file usually when you overexert your effort, these are grooves that can go that way or that way.
Yes.
So the direction matters. If you over exert effort, it will follow its direction.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just letting it work again.
The first pass is the most difficult one,
Yeah,
right?
I'm
'Cause-
just letting it bite the plastic.
Yeah, because once you've already done a couple of passes, it's easier because you already have that groove that you just follow through. Yeah.
One important thing, when you're reshaping plastic, like what I'm doing right now, is be mindful on how thick your parts is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's a thickness to every plastic or every Bandai kit.
Or
For
part,
example,
yes.
that you can see already it's that thick, right? So if you overfile, you'll have instead of you reshaping plastic, you're creating holes in plastic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another workshop that we'll have to do.
That's a workshop that you might not want.
Creating
Don't
holes
create
in plastic.
holes in your plastic. Johnny is saying he's masking his McLaren while watching the stream.
Hey, hey, hey!
Be careful that you don't ruin your McLaren build.
See how it's getting bigger now?
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
it.
still, you just go through in one direction. You don't.
Yeah. I'm putting it down so I have like a good base and it's
and
not
you can
moving,
see it as well, right?
and it's not moving around a lot.
Mhm. And
Master Johnny, when are you gonna come to the store? We need you here, man.
yes.
Sub, your turn. Do our car builds. Now
Ah.
I'm gonna do with a finer file.
Wait, maybe you guys don't notice it because you're not actually here, but me seeing it, it's actually very satisfying.
Yeah.
Using
Calming.
that file, very
Mhm.
calming. It's very
Mhm.
zen, meditative.
Yes.
Just going through, and then the sound is like, no. So that's like a finer
Yeah.
file, right? Yes. Guys, files have grits as well, just like sandpaper.
And
So,
one practice that you can do, guys, is using stacks of flat plates. Then try to reshape it to the shape of like a vent, a detail, a hatch. That's a good practice. Bunch of our friends actually challenge each other. I think I showed you guys that from a stack of flat plate, 1 mm, 4 mm thick, stacked together, all together, and we reshape it into a vent.
Yeah. And
You
you're
can do
reshaping
that.
it just like clay, right? I mean, you're reshaping clay to like what
There's
you
a lot
need.
of use
Yeah.
for your files, guys. It's not only filing knobs. It's not only for filing knobs, I tell you that now. Is Master Nat still there? Let's invite him already to
Yes.
come and do the workshop for the next one.
Sir Nat, if you're still here, please comment.
Hey,
We'd
there
love
you
to
go.
have
I
you
like
over.
this one.
Mm-hmm.
See? Ta-da! I like this one, Paolo. See, I have a notch there.
And it looks clean right away. Is that
Yeah.
because of like the
file.
the second file that you use?
Here's
Yeah.
one tip. When you're using files, don't overwork it. I mean, it's not even a joke already when we keep repeating, let the tools or file do its work.
Just let it flow, right? Just
Don't force it, because once you start forcing it, you'll do more
Yeah.
reshaping, you'll do more touch up, you'll do more repairs instead of you doing another work or detailing. You'll end up doing retouches.
Yeah, so Sir Nathaniel Barrera said he's still here. He's still
Yay.
listening.
Master Nat, let's schedule your workshop.
We have to give him
present.
we have to give him a very complicated
Right. The-
subject.
The guy's a master, whatever scale.
Detail.
Extreme detailing will be the workshop.
Ah.
There you go, my friends.
Do some ASMR on filing.
Hmm?
Yeah, that's
See?
what Johnny said. Very ASMR, that filing. Like that soothing.
Japanese artisan, I feel like that, no? Ta-da-da. See? This kind of detail you can do a lot also here.
So Sir Nathaniel is ready anytime.
Oh, man,
he
you're
did
ready?
promise that for with Sir Kais. I remember last time. He'll visit Otaku and me and as promised.
There you go. Guys, are you excited? I think I'm more excited to learn more.
Learn more.
I've learned, to be honest, guys, if you don't know, Master Nathaniel Barrera, I've been friends with him for the longest time, and I've learned the craft from him too. I've learned a lot of techniques from him, and I know we've shared a lot of our builds. It's not competitive that we hate each other to a point,
but
it's
it's-
competitive that we support each other every build.
Steel sharpens steel.
Yeah.
You know, so you need someone to push you to your limits, so you get better. But I'm gonna put you on the spot though.
What is that?
I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
Who's the better modeler?
Of course. Of course, Master Nat. No, I respect Nathaniel. I know he's one of the top dogs out there.
Yeah.
Don't just challenge him into one-on-one. And modeling wise, he'll eat you. So let's do the other side.
So you're still just eyeballing it, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
But now I have a guide
You have
actually,
a
Paolo,
guide
on the
now.
other side, right? So I know already where I'm gonna file.
That's good.
It's like an artisan, Japanese artisan doing woodworking videos.
Yes.
Ta-da. Ding! Like
Guys,
and
if you
subscribe.
want us to make videos of just this,
Ha! Please.
let us know. just like different kinds of filing, and then just like put your headphones on and then just listen to that.
I'd probably fall asleep.
Yeah, it's
Like,
very calming.
see, it's starting to shape up like an H thing on
Mm-hmm.
that side. So I'll just be careful that I have to get that same angle that I did on the other side.
Exactly. I
Right?
think that's the thing that you have to be very careful. Because
Mhm.
if you overdo it on that side, they'll have to do it again on the other side,
True.
just to make them like
As I said,
symmetrical. Yeah.
it, it, it tends to be repetitive and you'll keep correcting if you rush into things. Just be careful, double check every time.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and like cleaning it off, because with all those plastic dust,
Hmm.
it's hard to actually see like
Yeah.
how deep it already is.
See, you can hear that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And it's very
pretty cool.
tempting to just
Go fast,
once
go
you've
wild.
already
Yeah.
done like a few passes.
Yeah, pretty like that.
Nathaniel saying like, no one is better or best. We are just improving. Hats off to James.
Hey.
No one wants to admit. Okay. Yeah, but I guess like having someone to actually push you
True.
to do your best all the time.
Me and Master Nat been doing it for the like since 2003, 2004 era.
Man,
So,
almost 20 years ago.
and there would be a point that people will hate you for it.
Mm-hmm.
We had those issues.
Mhm.
Remember, Nat?
Pala, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's just a hobby. Enjoy the process of learning.
Yes.
And this is our way of calming ourselves after a stress of work.
Mm-hmm.
Nat is an architect, and I know how hectic an architect can be. Same with me. And we were like doing, when I was in that field, it's difficult.
And I guess being an architect helped as well, right?
Yes,
For sure.
it does.
It does help.
100%.
Yes. We're not saying you have to be an architect, guys, but it gives you a certain skill set that you can apply
True.
towards modeling. That,
True.
yes.
Now, I'm done with the other side. I'm gonna eyeball and see if I can make this one larger a bit so I can insert a detail. How is it, guys? You're learning? There. I think. I don't know what is this. I didn't see.
Like if you didn't show this to me, I wouldn't even
Hmm?
like imagine like doing that. But I've seen you do it. Like yeah, it's doable, right?
Yeah.
Like I can try. And it looks like it's meant to be that way. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like you just did it. Yeah, like Ali saying, mind blown. It's really amazing to see it
Yeah.
in action. Yeah.
So there you go. I'll have that as my base for another layer of detailing. I can add this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try that. That I just have to like clean this up because once I start gluing and there's like a chunk of dust or stuff
Mm.
in this one, I do a clean up more on that area again instead of like moving on to other parts. Okay, let me just do a touch up clean up there.
Anyway, shout out to our 14 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. If
Thank
you
you
have
so
any
much.
questions, please ask away at the comment section. And please, if you can, share this live stream on your pages so you can have your friends, your family join us here.
So this type of reshaping is on an angle, right? On corners. You can actually add on this side, how to say, edges too. So you can create a step up or um, a cutaway.
Mm-hmm.
You're trimming, right?
Like
That
an
I'll do
angle.
in a bit. But I'll just finish this one. I think I'll do my trimming. So that one is barely a 3. So I go on that again. You can see. I'll do the other side with it. So I have that too. So now you know why I keep repeating this detail? The 3 that one here and here too, right? It's because it's inspired of the original detail here. So I will show you inspirations on where I found where I do it. Those ones. Okay, that's an inspiration for this added detail here. It's because of that. That's an existing one. I didn't do that.
Yeah, so
But
you
I
just
keep
wanna
replicate it so I can
use that theme.
yeah. And this. See that? That's because of those. They have trims or cuts here. So we'll do that on the next step.
Joshua saying I'll share it on my page. Thank you so much, Joshua.
Joshua.
We'll really appreciate it. And Sir Nathaniel, see you soon, guys. Need to go out and save the world. Yes, for sure.
Take care. Stay safe.
do the laundry. More power. Otaku and me.
Take
I mean,
care.
how can you save the world in dirty clothes, right? So you do the laundry first, and then save the world after.
Paolo.
While your clothes is like turning on the laundry machine. See you, sir. Hopefully soon. We'll set up the workshop.
Talk to you later. There, sweet spot. Boom. Ta-da! Ta-dum, ta-dum. You know that hum that I do is because I like what I
Can they see that?
Okay. Equal.
Yes.
See?
Mind blown.
So I have that layer of detail. Instead of me having just a straight even that, I already created two. And on top of that chamfer, I added another step of detail that I can paint separately. Right? Then the back will have to be like that. So this, I want you guys to practice and show us if you did this, no?
Yes. Please. Guys, the best teacher is experience. So try it out. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes at first. Just keep on practicing until you get it. And yeah, show us.
We'll be here along the way, guide you.
Yes.
If you have any questions while you're doing it, by all means send us a message. I'll be glad to help you guys too.
Yes.
Through Otaku and me.
To Otaku and me. Yes.
So just a comparison, guys, between the out of the box original form of this shield. Actually, yeah. Modified, scribed, detailed, chamfered, trimmed. A trim plastic. See? I didn't even do extra work on putting plates on top of the plastic sorry. I actually shaved down plastic to
Yeah.
like do this one.
It's actually
Sorry about
smaller
that.
now.
Yeah.
Smaller than the original.
On that side it looks like it's flush, but if you look at the side it creates like two angles already. Shave of plastic.
Amazing.
Stuttering, what's wrong with me? Maybe I need to drink water first. Excuse me.
My mom is watching.
Oh,
Hi,
hello.
Mom. She just said hello. And yeah, Ali saying that once the new website launches, he's gonna upload some of his builds. Yes, please do. We have an image gallery on the website, so you're free to upload your works, so people can see it, can admire it, and you can share your art to everyone else in the community. So yeah, please do that.
Okay, going back. So let's go to trimming, right? So I'll just look for areas that I can do a detail. Okay, found it. It's trimming. You see this gap over here? So I do that. And I should have brought my part separator. You have, Mickey?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, Mickey have it.
Mickey.
Mickey.
Hi again, Amel. Seems like you're pretty busy right now. You should rest, man. It's Friday.
No, build with us.
Build with.
Don't rest. Build with us. Very selfish of us.
Don't rest.
Don't rest. Keep building.
But building Gunpla is a kind of rest, right?
Yeah. Even when I'm on my days off, I just keep building and learning because I love this hobby a lot. I think nobody out there is, well, a lot maybe, but for me, I just keep on learning new things. Like,
You've been doing this for like 18 years, but
Yeah.
you're still learning
a
new
lot
things,
more,
right?
especially when there are new tools or materials out there. You
And
want to
yeah.
like try it.
Thanks for bringing that up. So, because the technology now is getting even more and more advanced, right?
True.
So we've been talking about 3D printers for a
Yeah,
while now.
3D printing
It's
has been
the thing now, yeah.
3D printing has been a repetitive question at the store. How do we paint it? How do we glue it? It's been recurring and probably
You can apply this in 3D printed.
yeah, we'll probably do a tutorial on how to work on 3D prints or resins.
Yeah, so you'll
Just now we had some.
Yeah, just today I think I saw a Deadpool printed in PLA wherein they wanted to paint. So specialized prep work.
Does that mean you're gonna bring your 3D printed models?
I can and for sure I will, and you'll force me to like do it. I'll bring it. So now, going back on the stream workshop, let's do a trim, and it looks like that when it's close. See, there's like a channel, right? What I'll need to do is the common one that modelers usually do, a cutaway and trim to create like a small hole. I'll try to do that and replicate it here. And I'd use this as my guide. So, with just a standard flat file here. Okay? Let me see what I can do.
Alma is doing masking right now. Oh, okay. So you're building. That's good. scary.
Yeah, because if I overfile this one, that's a peg, guys. So
Yes. And yeah, guys, I'm saying scary because it looks kind of intimidating to do, but that's if you want to learn, you have to do it.
do it.
Take your first step.
Yes, that's from the first workshop. Take that
Mhm.
first step. Even masters out there didn't do their first cutaways, their first
Like
file as
perfectly.
perfect. Whoa, if they do that, man, salute. And there's always a perfect solution for me when I messed up plastics
Mhm.
like this. Hey, parts bin.
You're gonna use
Yeah,
it.
use
You're
it
gonna
as
reuse
kit
it
bash
again.
parts. Donor kits, I call them.
Or you can still fix it somehow. Right?
Everything in this hobby can be fixed. I
Yes.
think that was a rule by Ko Sensei also.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Everything in this
Co
hobby, there's a fix there. You can fix it.
Master
Every
of
mistake.
Mac.
Yes, designer of the Mac world. So I'll just filing, guys. That's why I'm just doing file work today. I know file work is long, tedious,
But
repetitive.
there's a lot of things that you can
Yeah,
do
I
with
can't
it.
do the usual workshop where I did this detailing and stuff like that. When
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing files, you have to be careful.
Because like growing up, all I knew about like sanding sticks or files is just to polish, to
True.
polish things. That's it. I never knew that it can be you can use it to like create things like that.
Create detail, you mean?
Yeah, detail. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very versatile tool.
Yep.
Yeah, all I thought was like, yeah, you need sandpaper to polish something.
It's more versatile than you think. There's a lot of use for it.
Mm.
Sanding that off. That knob mark over there is bothering me, so sand.
And the way you're holding the sanding stick, that's the proper way, isn't it?
Yeah, because you
It's
need to support it like that.
yes.
Th- um, Here, I'm holding it that way
Mm-hmm.
because it avoids carpal tunneling.
Yeah,
If you do
it's
it, you're forcing yourself.
you're stressing this part of your
Yeah, so if I
arm.
do that, I'm actually like relaxing my muscles and my ligaments
You're
here. So
supporting it properly.
carpal tunneling is painful, guys. You get operated, they'll cut you up like.
You don't want that.
Nope.
I'll just get my charger, guys.
Okay, while Paulo is charging his laptop, I'll keep working on this.
Sound,
Hmm?
sound file.
Sound of filing. You like it? Eh? Whoa. Now I think I'm gonna have that channel. See?
Mm-hmm.
You have that channel. Now I added another layer to it. You'll see that there will be a gap. See? I just do another cleanup. So that,
Another very subtle detail that you
yeah,
added there.
so that one, I can add a layer of flat plates. I want to like make that bigger a bit more. So I can add this strip of detail inside. So when I paint it silver or metallic, it will stand out more. So I'll keep working on it and I'll show you. Yeah, just give me more 2 minutes, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, like for some, if they hear the word like customizing, like
It's a kryptonite for like
it's
stuff.
like putting on rockets, putting on wings,
No.
like something very extravagant. But you're showing us that the subtle things, the
True.
things that you don't expect, is
Yeah.
actually what makes it really good.
Science.
Science.
Rocket science. I think I ruined this detail when I use Mickey's. So just be careful on. Mickey, do you have a cutter there? Side cutter. Thank you, man.
I think we're
We're at 1 hour
we're
mark.
lagging. We're lagging, guys. Let us know. Is it lagging on your end as well, or are you guys still able to watch us? Let us know.
I'm gonna cut this peg. So at an angle, it's so
Just
it's
like
easy.
what Mickey
Yeah,
did.
so it's
last
easier
time.
for me to disassemble it during painting stages or detailing. Thank you for the side cutter, Nikki. Now I'm going back.
So to those who are watching us, like, have you guys tried customizing your kits as well, or are you just building out of the box? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but customizing, it's
More
just totally-
personalized.
yeah, you're personalizing it, and it's another layer to the hobby. So it doesn't end once you built your kit. It's just the beginning, to be honest.
True. And modifying, painting, or anything that you do on your Gundam kits or plastic model kits makes you want more.
Yeah. Makes you that much more like curious of like trying out different stuff. Johnny saying he used to file like that for armor cuts before they came out with the Danmo scribers.
Yeah. Danmo scribers are the one that creates channels, which I think Johnny pointing out this. So
What does it look like?
instead of you having a flush armor, you'll create that using
The
a
channel.
Danmo that has a layer that looks like this. When there's two parts of armors, usually it looks like that. It will look, sorry.
Those are like the two armor parts.
Yeah, two armor parts, it will look like this,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Then what Danmo is doing, the tool looks like that.
Ooh, yes, we have that.
The other one is,
No,
it
yeah.
depends. There's two thickness every time.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you use that and groove it along this line, for example, you take that
it
off
creates that.
and it creates that channel and it creates a false separation. So it's easier for modelers to cheat or
Yes.
not cheating. It's a smart way to
It's a.
cheating. No.
It makes it easier. It makes it more simply.
True. It makes seam line treatment instead of you
Having
doing-
to go through.
Mickey's process of sealing the seam lines, putty or cement, then that takes out that extra work. You'll just do that line cleanly, as I said, cleanly. Then if you do it perfectly and the perfect thickness of that line, then that's a good separation.
Yes, Amal. It seems to have we're having some network issues, but let us know if it's
Still,
getting worse. If it's still there, I think we already tried to fix that issue. But yeah, please Let us know.
Let let us know or let it snow.
Well,
Let what?
it's Christmas.
Yes, guys, it's Christmas. Time for shopping. And it's gonna be good online shopping on
Online
Otaku
shopping.
Army new website.
And guys, show your love, show your support, and who knows?
Surprise, surprise. There. And I have to like clean it up. But you get the intention.
Yes, absolutely.
So if I put that strip,
So it seems like that you can see an interior from
Yeah.
inside, like yeah.
yes. But again, do your file works clean every time. Check, double check, triple check. Because once you start painting and you didn't properly sand or clean,
Mm.
that's it.
You'll
have
see
to
the
like
imperfections, right?
you'll have to strip your paint or sand it all back down again. That's a hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle to do rework. So,
Muslim.
hmm?
Muslim.
Sandpaper, sandpaper. I should have got sandpaper prepared. Okay. So that's trimming, armor trimming. So you can pick your trim works where you want to do cutaways such as that. You'll have to like do sanding works here to just clean up. See? How is it?
That's
You-
amazing.
Compared to yeah, so that's trimming. Then inside this I'll add a layer of flat plate or even a strip that I can insert here like that.
Yes, Johnny, I think yeah, that's the idea, the false inner frame detail on a high grade.
On a high grade,
Yes.
because this one doesn't have a frame.
Yes. High grades don't have a frame, but who says you can't make one, right?
Yep. So there you go. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing. For example, that's internal, right? Two separate parts. That's one. Two separate parts. You do a notch or a cutaway. That's trimming. And when you put them together, you create a layer or depth of like shadows, internal frame. You can create that. When painting stages, it helps you separate the colors mentally. So you can see I'll color that metallic, the internal frame.
Just
That-
to show the like the metal inside. Yeah.
The first one that I did was a chamfer. That's just reshaping the basic shape of your plastic or your armors. Another one is in between. You can do chamfer or angles. That's different angles. 90 degrees and in between I created a 45 degree. Right? So 45 degree in between 90-degree angles. So that's another one chamfer, first one. Third is that inside or internal frame detailing. You can do that on separate armors wherein you do this. So that's three already, only using files. Alright? So the
But
last
that's pretty much the what you like to like tell us, like the
Yeah.
reshaping part, the trimming part. It's all can be done with this like wonderful tool. Yeah.
just a file, guys. Just remember to do drill again. Do your drills every time. Practice on plastic. You can even do it on runners.
Old kits.
Yeah.
That you may not be using anymore.
And speaking of old kits,
Speaking of old kits, if you guys can see this, this
There
is
you
a
go.
very, very old kit. It's from the 80s.
yep.
So we will be discussing. We do have an ongoing competition right now, and we
Mhm.
will be having a like a sort of discussion on like the build that James already did for the competition. So,
True.
any parting words for them regarding
Uh,
plastic trimming,
Plastic
reshaping?
trimming. One tip is to when you're practicing. If you're hesitant to do file work, you can use your X-Acto knife
Mm-hmm.
as your first initial cut. That's one tip. What I do is just do your little marks, notches. You can cut
Ah,
small angles first.
yeah, I get what you mean.
Small angles means when you're doing. Okay, thank you. So here, this one. When you're doing that, for example, is the thickness of your plastic. You wanna create this, right? The chamfer here or the mid detail.
Mm-hmm.
So what people usually do is they mark this with the blades,
Okay.
then cut it.
Probably something I'd
Yeah.
do.
But don't overcut and go on the depth already. Please shave
Yeah.
small
Small
part.
parts at a time, yeah.
Then once you have that stop, I'd stop at one shave. You can actually use that as your guide already and start.
Just trying to make that part deeper than the rest.
Yeah.
Just
So
to
once you
have
have that
a guide for the
anchor,
file.
a guide
Yeah.
for your file, you start filing. Then make sure when you're doing your first file, it will be at an angle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But transferring the weight or the pressure to that other side balance things out here.
Yeah,
So
until you get like a flat.
yes, until that flat. That's one tip. And you can start off with the Otaku ME basic toolset, the most basic one. High grit, I think that's around 400 to 600 grit of file.
And actually, you
So-
can start with these kits. To be honest, they
Those
cost
guys.
around 30 dirhams.
30 dirhams for the
They're
old.
very very affordable. These are like the new batch of like Gunpla kits that was released back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can really practice.
I
in
love
there.
this one a lot, and it shows already.
Yes, Jawago.
Juago.
I'm saying, good thing you're not speaking of old modelers. Not old model.
Old model, not old models. Come on, Omel. Hey, we're on
Okay.
that category already, man.
So I hope you guys learned a lot from that workshop from James. Plastic reshaping, plastic trimming. If you still have any questions about that, just hit us up on the comments, and we'll be happy to like go over and review the steps that we
Yeah.
took. And yeah, you can always rewatch this video after it will be uploaded after this. And the second part of our live stream is that if you guys know or still don't know, we have an ongoing competition.
Mhm.
It's called a modeler's art. So this is using the classic 80s Gunpla. We want you to create a work of visual art using this as a base. And we're not just speaking about creating the traditional Gunpla build or a scale model build. We're thinking
modifying
of,
this one into another Juago style or
yeah, we're
no.
thinking about something totally out of the box. So that's why we call it. It's an Gunpla art competition.
Yeah.
So any visual art style is welcome. So we want you to create your own spin on using this kit as a base and create your own style, create your own art. That's why we're inviting not just modelers but artists in different genres, in different categories to actually join and try it out. And James, he was so excited when we announced this competition that he actually made his own build. So the
For
second
the
part,
competition,
for the
like as a startup
competition,
for the
yes.
competition. I'm not joining. It's
It's
like
more of like the mascot of the competition. So
true.
Yeah, so the second part of our live stream, James will be walking us through how he conceptualized, what inspired him, how did he start with the build. That is this one.
See it? That's a tall
It's from this, guys.
from the.
Can you imagine?
How do you mention it? Juagu.
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 It's Mr. Nina's favorite.
Yeah, I
Gundam.
think so.
Yeah,
There
I
was
think
like
so.
a battle between who's the cutest, a
Bear
Juagu
guy
or
or
a bear
Jawagu.
guy.
Even in WhatsApp, his picture is that of a Jawagu.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
James, yeah, can you
So-
start us through it?
When we conceptualize the competition, we want something that is really out of the box. We're in our come on. Our tagline is think outside the kit.
Yeah,
so we'll have to
we-
do something out of the ordinary when you're doing Gunpla competitions. So instead of focusing on the usual basics of modeling, which is you have to treat your seam line treatments, do your paint job properly. No, take that, throw it
Throw
out
it
the window.
away.
Think
And just open the
Yeah,
gates.
yeah.
Yeah.
just the main criteria that is really the chunk of this competition is get creative, have fun. You don't have to be a Gunpla modeler. You don't have to love Gunpla to join the competition. By all means, artists in UAE, all the artists out there, kids, craft guys that do arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts.
This competition
Painters.
is for you. Yeah, especially painters. Speaking of painting, this is actually a build that is heavily influenced by one of my favorite artists, Salvador Dali. So,
Yes. He's a surrealistic paintings.
surrealism
Yeah,
style of
yeah.
painting. It's different. It's dreamy. It's like when he
Dreamy.
painted this stuff while he was sleeping. So let's go and
Yeah.
I'll go through the build so I
Yeah,
can
please,
guide you through. And
please, yeah.
it would help, guys, if you comment what do you want to clear on the competition.
Yes.
Hello,
Please,
guys out
yeah, comment if you have any questions, if you want to interact, and just join the conversation. We'd love to have that. So,
Okay.
yep.
Let's start.
go. Yep.
So starting off, I'll go back to our table camera. Ta-dan! So that is the main kit, guys. I was surprised. That's a 1:144 scale kit actually.
Yes.
So is there a high grade of this too? There is, no? And this is the oldest kit. It was released
1980. As far as I know,
1980.
it's one of the first sets of Gunpla that was released.
1980.
1980.
So maybe you're my birthday kit.
That was 10 years before I was born. So.
Ouch, Aldo, ouch. Okay,
I'm just saying.
it started with this kit, and with the older kits, you have to be prepared to start building them with cement.
Yes.
So most of the kits they started off with snap fit. They're not snap fit, to be honest. So they have pegs, but it helps if you have glue cement.
Glue, yeah.
Okay?
And the pegs is more of just like a guide.
A guide.
Yes.
True. I agree with you that. Thank you, Paula. So that's a kit. I won't have to open it. I'll go straight to the build. So let's set those guys aside. So that's the standard build with minimal articulation, right? Joints, but this one also, right? Head swivel goes up and down. There's also that.
So they basically just wanted to recreate it. So it's basic articulation.
Yeah.
You can't really expect
And to be honest,
too much
Paulo,
flexibility.
when I'm now looking at this, because I didn't build this, one of
Yes.
our team built it. I think it was Ken. Thank you, Ken. And now looking at it, I actually want to create an entry out of
It's actually very detailed
Yes.
for its age, and I think it's a really really good kit.
If you guys agree that we need like to do a competition, a Gunpla style competition of old style kit, please comment, say yes. Okay? But so this is the original. And if we can like pull out the Salvador Dali painting, I think the Salvador Dali painting was the elephants. I call them the elephants, and they called it elephants too.
Yes, elephant. Yes.
Yeah. We can pull that out now, Mickey.
Okay.
Yeah, just bear with us. We'll show it to you
So-
on the screen, so you guys will know
Look at
what
that.
inspired.
It covers my my table.
It doesn't fit on the screen.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the screen.
There you go.
So I don't know if you can see it already on the stream.
Yeah, I switched to.
Yeah, so they can
so,
see it.
Yeah,
now,
so
right?
there,
Mhm.
just a quick background. That is a Salvador Dali painting. So that was my inspiration for this one. An art competition, right? So there's two categories for
Yes.
our competition. The first one is inspired by artists.
But yeah, by an
artisans.
existing piece of art,
Yeah, you just have to mention where you got your inspiration, then it's there.
and then and try to build the kit or
As close.
model the kit as close as possible to the inspiration.
Yes. And the second one
Is the original
the
concept.
original concept. If the guys that are like really good artists, even the Tamiya mini 4-wheel drive
Yes.
racers that do custom paint jobs, they can join this competition actually. So watch out, it's gonna be fun.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So now going back on this build, so I just gonna run through on what I did. So when I look at the Joagu, I actually was immediately pulled on this detail, the trunk, the nose trunk. When looking at all the list of qualified kits,
Yes.
then this was my first go-to or base.
Was that the reason why you chose that painting from Salvador Dali?
No.
You saw the trunk first and that inspired you,
I
or
actually was looking at Salvador Dali paintings for a week before that already. And you remember us talking about let's conceptualize about
Yes.
a contest, let's do this and
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
Because we were inspired of the guy that used Gunpla parts and created like a portrait.
Yeah,
you remember?
yeah. Like it's like it's a portrait, it's a painting,
Mm.
but it's almost like it has a 3D effect because there's like a Gunpla kit sticking out of the.
Yeah, it was totally inspired by that, and me and Paolo and the team just discussed on that, and we proceeded on. Hey, here you go.
Yes.
A Gunpla
Well, why not
competition.
try it out? Yeah.
So the base one that dictated the whole build was actually this, the trunk
Yes.
of that Joagu. Then I know already that I'll have my leg pieces because of this. I'll just have to like, be smart on how to elongate this one as my legs, right? Because the elephants or the concept of Salvador Dali is just like elephants on stilts.
Yes.
This is actually not finished. Yes, there will be castles here and stuff like that. So I'll go through it. You see this? That's actually the... If I put it side by side, that's the whole body, right? I actually took this out, the nose, the trunk, and transferred it on the top, on this, and created...
What
like-
is supposed to be his head?
Yeah, what is supposed to be his head, I put it on the top. Now I have like a version of an ear, elephant ear, right?
Yes.
Then
like
I use...
the skull, the shape of the skull.
Remember that this competition requires you to utilize at least a minimum 70% of the kit.
Yeah, the kit should still
70.
be recognizable.
Yes, and there are 2 stages of submissions. That's why when you're submitting on the first stage, it doesn't need to be painted or
Like,
primed.
no, yeah,
We
just
need
like
to
it's
see
just
the parts.
conceptualized and all that.
Yeah, we need to see the parts. And now, going back, I used the backpack. You see this? That's the backpack of the original. I use this as the main face or the head. The head of my elephant, and it actually moves versus this one. But I didn't install this one the same way it goes. I actually used this as the tusk. You know, here.
So you cut that out, right?
I cut it out and I trimmed this to have more point. Again, that's another note that you can take note, guys. You can shave off plastic. You can reshape the plastic as you want, as long as the original part is recognizable
Yes.
on that.
Yes.
So from this,
Or you can justify it.
Yes.
Yes.
true. And from this part, I move on the body. Instead of it standing that way, I actually did it horizontal now and glued the head, the same head on that location. It's actually moving still. See? Yeah, I didn't sacrifice mobility. So now,
Hi.
so now,
We're doing a live stream.
there are joints that we created.
Mm-hmm.
Then this one I use. This is the arms, and that's the leg part. You know, so that I actually took out this one, and I'll use this as castles on the next stage. So if you remember all these ones, the cannons, I use them as extensions on mallet. Okay, we use them as extension on legs.
Mm-hmm.
See? So those are 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, and 3. Okay? So, and this extension of the legs, I did that. Okay? I actually used this as stilts on the concept of Salvador Dali's painting. Those are elephants on stilts. I used the spruce from the tree or the
From
runner.
the same runner.
From the
right?
same runner. Again, guys, you can utilize as much as you can on that kit.
Yes.
If you can see or utilize those as connector pegs, as frames or fence, use them. So this is actually coming.
Usually people just throw those runners away.
Yeah, me,
but they
I
don't
use
know
them.
they can actually use that.
Yeah, so I use
especially.
them on to do stilts. Then from that stilt, I cut some strips of masking tape.
Masking tape.
The masking tape actually created a bandage effect. Bandage effect, which you usually see in old mummies.
And just to
or
create an
texture.
evenness.
An
texture,
evenness. So
yes.
when I start painting it, it will create that texture of another layer of texture instead of having this smooth layer of plastic. I will texture this up using putty. So when I'm gonna paint it, I'm gonna follow an original oil painting style that I just slap on. You can see that it's brushed. It's not hand painted, clear or anything.
What kind
smooth.
of paint will you be using?
I'll be using the normal lacquer style painting that you can use on Mac, probably Machine and Krieger. So I'd be using Machine and Krieger's like slap on lacquer paints. So that's the main thing. So now from that there'll be structures that I'll create here as per the painting, right? You've seen
It
the
does have like structures.
structures.
Like a
There are
castle on
castles
top.
here or
Yes.
houses on that, so we'll be doing that too. So guys, this was done, to be honest, in an hour or less than an hour. While we were conceptualizing about the contest, I just pulled out the kit, did what basic shapes, and here you go. It's
And the
standing.
Jawago kit doesn't have a lot of parts. It had like very simple, very minimal parts on it, right?
True. And the good thing with Joago is it's a good base model for organic forms that you can see
Yes.
on most classical painting, even modern painting, sculptures. It's a good base kit. And I've seen participants already buying the same kit as base model. So on that competition, guys, good luck. I want to see all your amazing competition
Yeah, and that's the
pieces.
good thing about the Jawagu. It's like you said, it's like bioorganic.
Yeah.
It's mecha, but it's based on obviously it's based on like an elephant
True.
creature with the trunk and all that.
Yeah.
So you can actually use that if you're trying to build something that is more lifelike.
Agree.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Agree. So, any questions from you?
Actually, Omel has a question. What kit is this?
That's the RX.
It's like an MG, right?
Yeah, that's an MG RX.
RX78. So, guys, if you have any questions with regards to this competition, please like ask away. We'd love to have you guys, and it doesn't matter if you're a modeler or a builder. You can as long as you want to join. Just to show us
The thing is, you
what
have
you're
to be
capable of. Yes.
inspire other people, like do this, be inspired, get creative. There's no restriction. Well, the restriction is the old kids, but that's it, right?
And
70%.
just to give them an example, in case they're still wondering, like me personally, I haven't started it, but my idea for this is, remember like those old Greek vases where they tell the story of the heroes on those vases, where you can see like Hercules or Achilles
really
there.
cool.
That was my plan.
Like a bas relief or a sculpture.
Exactly.
That, like instead of the Greek gods or anything, it will be Gunpla.
It will be Gunpla. So actually, I was using the RX-78.
That's nice.
Yeah.
When are you gonna start?
So moving on, that was my concept,
Okay.
and it's still a concept.
You can steal Paulo's concept now. He's saying I can't do it.
And there's a lot of other things, like if you know, like the totem tribes,
Yeah.
where like their faces
Imagine a
piled up on each other.
Drago on the top, then
We're already giving you free concepts, guys. You just have to do it to execute. And
the creation.
the creation, yeah.
RX and
You can
Drago.
do that, or Atlas carrying the world.
Instead of the world, the white base. Hey.
You're giving them too much. Anyway, we're just trying to hype you up, guys. Just to give you a broader sense that we're not limiting this to the traditional Gunpla build.
One more thing to
Yes.
like encourage you. We're not gonna judge it on how perfect your painting is.
Yeah,
We're not even considering seam line treatment there as basic.
It's not
rules.
as technical
It's not
as-
as
yeah.
technical as the Gunpla competition. As long as it's art style, you had fun, you had references, you are inspired on art to do your own art even. By all means, join the competition.
I really have a high hopes with this competition, and I
I
hope
do.
we can reach out to artists around. This is open to the world, right?
I think so.
I think it is. It
Yeah.
is. So this is an online competition, guys.
Not I think so. It is.
It is. It's open to the
Everybody
world.
can
Everyone
join.
can join. So, like due to the current situation that we're having right now, we're just keeping it online.
The dream would be this, like popular artists joining Gunpla
Man.
competition. Imagine that, national
Imagine that.
artist, Leandro Valdemar.
And I actually have this thought, like every artist from every
Making-
category is actually joining. Like maybe for example, like a tattoo artist. A tattoo artist
Yeah.
makes
Doing-
like a tattoo, but at the same time, not permanently, but glues part of them onto his hand perhaps, or
Yeah.
into his back, and then create a tattoo around it
Man,
just to show it.
that's a lot of work, and I,
I
don't
mean,
know if
it's. I'm just giving you guys the possibilities are endless, and we really wish that you guys could really show us something that
I think
we've never
Bandai
seen
would
before.
be shocked also if we see
Yeah,
this one.
to be honest, and it can only mean good things will happen.
And the plus point is you can see potential in okay, I'll just be blunt.
Mhm.
If people say old kids are the crappiest kids,
Hell no.
hell no. I can create something and not me. People can create things out of things like you don't want,
Yes.
right?
And it's giving recognition to the old kids that started it all.
It's a salute to
So you
to
guys,
these guys. That's why you have this.
and you have what is coming in a few months, the MGEX, which is I think
Yeah.
in terms of technology and Gunpla, that's like
Yeah.
the one that's
I think so.
ahead of the pack. Yeah,
PGRX 78-2 also. Yeah.
the new one.
No, I just crossing my fingers that we will get it. I do have like high hopes that we will
You'll
get
get
that.
it.
I'll be one. Like, reserve me one.
Yeah, because a lot of things are going on. We have the Yokohama moving Gundam now, the
Yeah,
1:1 real
yeah.
life scale. So the future, you can't really foresee it. Like the future of this industry is
Mhm.
just getting better and better. So we want to ride on to that wave or to that flow. Like
Okay.
it just takes us
So
somewhere.
guys, we're inviting everyone,
Mhm.
UAE based or worldwide, please join the
Yes.
art style
Please
competition.
join the competition. If you need any info, you can message us on our social media channels, and we have an event page on our Facebook. The name of the competition is a modeler's art.
The modeler's art link, the
Mhm.
logo. You see the logo on the live stream.
Yes.
That follow that or click on the link.
That
Click.
is the title of the
Can
competition.
I here? This
There's a
this
link somewhere.
Here, I'm pointing at it. There you go. There. Follow that. Join the competition. Show us your art. So, on
that note, guys, just a final reminder. Please, if you're watching the video and you like what you see, you want us to create more content for you, just follow us on our YouTube channel. It
YouTube
will
channel,
help us a lot.
subscribe, hit that
Subscribe.
notification bell. Yeah, like, comment every time we are on there. Will be
The more
thankful.
support that you can give us,
Yep.
the better content that we can pull out. And yes, thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's a 7:15 here in Dubai, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend ahead of you.
We did.
We did, absolutely. And I will see you guys next time, okay?
See you.
And always remember, think
Think outside.
outside the kit. Bye bye.
Bye bye.